Okay, there we are. All right, y'all. Listen, this is a late night live. This is one of those conversations that we don't have enough of. We do a lot of talking about hair health issues from a symptom perspective, but tonight, or in this video, excuse me, we want to go a little bit deeper. So, I want to talk about why being strong all the time may be costing you more than you realize. Okay? You will probably be able to relate to this. Okay? And so, I want to start with a question. When was the last time someone took care of you? And I'm not talking about they checked on you or they texted you. Not when somebody said, call me when you need something or call me if you need anything. Not that. I mean, truly took care of you. So many women are watching their hair thin and break, but also carrying everybody else's problems. They're doing all the things, right? They're managing the households, managing the job, managing their businesses, their ministries, their grown children, their stress, they're managing expectations, which is probably one of the hardest things to manage. And somehow still wondering why their body doesn't have anything left to grow their hair. I want you to think about your hair from a different perspective for a second, okay? Because what if your hair isn't the problem? What if your hair acting up or doing whatever it's doing is your body's protest? So stick with me, okay? Because many women are watching their hair thin. They're watching their hair break. They're watching their hair shed while doing everything else that I just mentioned, okay? So in this video, I want to talk about something that I believe and that I've seen that sits underneath a lot of those chronic hair struggles. I call it Superwoman Syndrome. And this isn't about weakness. Before I get started, this is not about weakness. It's about we've been strong for too long. Okay, so let's have an honest conversation about what being too strong is costing us. And before we start, I want to be honest. Okay, tonight's topic or this topic isn't just something that I teach. Okay, it's something that I've learned and I'm still learning. I've spent years being the strong one, the capable one, right? The one who figured it out. Somebody got to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. Okay. And lately, though, I've been realizing that what we celebrate, especially as women, especially as black women, what we celebrate as strength can sometimes become the very thing that's making us tired, that's exhausting us. So I'm not speaking from the front of the classroom, okay, in this topic. I'm not speaking from the front. It's more like we're sitting at a table having an honest conversation about what being strong is costing us, what our hair might be trying to say, or what it might be trying to tell us about it. So at any time during this talk, if this resonates with you, just say so in the comments. So, what is Superwoman Syndrome? My definition of Superwoman Syndrome is when your personal value becomes attached to how much you can carry. Cuz we can carry it all, right? We can do it all. We can do all the things. And this probably sounds familiar. So you tell everybody that you're tired, but you keep volunteering to do the thing that's making you tired in the first place. You finally get, and this is me, you finally get a free Saturday, but you immediately fill it with errands. Like, oh, I got stuff to do. I got a free Saturday. I can do A, B, C, and D. Or someone offers to help you and you say, oh, no, I got it. I can do it. It's fine. Or maybe when you rest, you feel guilty. Or you don't ask for support until you're already overwhelmed. The house is already on fire. The house been on fire, and now you're asking for help to put the fire out. You wait till the battery is completely dead in the phone before you charge it. Okay? Or you don't feel safe unless you're being productive. That's another one that's a me issue. You don't feel safe unless I'm being productive. There's no way I should just be sitting around doing nothing. It's too much stuff to do. I can't just sit around and do nothing. You're the reliable one. You're the problem solver. You're the fixer, the caretaker, the strong friend. Who in here is a strong friend? Is that you? The one who, again, always figures it out. The one who feels uncomfortable when they rest, guilty when they have to sit down or slow down, struggling to receive help. As a woman, being strong costs us. Okay. I want to use the analogy of a credit card. Imagine that you have a credit card with no visible limit. Okay. You just swipe. And you swipe for years and years and years with this card because you don't really know the limit. You swipe the card for everybody. You swipe the card for emergencies. You swipe it for obligations. You swipe it for responsibilities. You swipe it because you're helping everybody. You're managing everything. You swipe it when you need to push through. You swipe it to ignore the signals. Then one day that bill shows up. And your hair is one of the first places that the balance comes due. Sometimes the balance comes due in your body. Sometimes it arrives in your energy. But most of the time, it arrives in our hair. Let's talk about a little bit of biology really quickly, because your body it's incredibly intelligent. Your body is doing things while you're sitting here watching this video that you don't have no control over. Okay? Your brain is firing, your eyes are blinking, your heart is beating, your lungs are inhaling and exhaling, your kidneys are detoxing or filtering, your liver is detoxing. It's a lot of stuff going on. Your metabolism is burning calories or whatever. And you don't even have to think about that. Just understand how intelligent your body is. It's so intelligent that, in fact, when it believes you're under constant stress, it prioritizes survival over hair growth. Hair growth is a non essential function of your body. Okay? So, when you are stressed, have high cortisol, adrenal fatigue, your blood sugar is unstable, you are your capacity to recover from these things reduces. Okay, your hormones are constantly shifting, especially if you're a woman over 50. Those hormones are playing the back and forth game. With all of this going on in your body, it creates limited resources. Okay. When that happens, your body starts making budget cuts. Okay. Hair is one of the first departments that loses funding. Have you ever worked at a job and they started cutting people? They started getting rid of people. They started downsizing, making budget cuts because there were non essential departments or non essential um, roles in the company. So some people had to go. That's how your body works when it comes to your hair. Your hair is just one of those vanity beauty things. It's not that it isn't important, it just isn't necessary for you to survive. So when your body is depleted, your hair is the first thing that gets shorted. Okay? Now, I want you to let that sink in. And while you're letting that sink in, let's talk about how we can shift how we think about our hair health. Okay? Because that's what this is really all about, your hair health, right? The question isn't, why am I losing my hair, Kendra? I, I, I could be rich if I had a nickel for every time I heard that. Why am I losing my hair? Instead of asking that question, I want you to ask, why? Maybe I don't feel safe enough to rest. Maybe I don't feel safe enough to relax. Maybe I feel like I need to earn relaxation. Maybe when I sit down, I feel guilty. Maybe I have all this pride and I'm disguising it as being responsible. Hyper independence, masquerading as strength. Oh, that's me. Miss Hyper Independent, calling it strength. Chronically overwhelmed, having stress that I haven't processed. And maybe this is you. You're burnt out. All of those things can lead to a lack of nourishment because we ain't got time to sit down. We ain't got time to cook a nourishing meal. We want a drive-through burger and a fry and a soda. Or we want a coffee with an extra shot. Or we want an energy drink. And we ain't had nothing all day with a piece of nutrients in it. We're under constant pressure. We're living in survival mode. And somewhere along the way, we learn, what's the thing that we always say? If I don't do it, it won't get done. If I don't carry it, everything will fall apart. If I rest, I'm being lazy. Let me get my butt up and watch these, right? But your body is not designed. Your body was never designed to thrive under that belief. Who told you that? Who told you need to do all that? Your hair isn't betraying you. Hair loss, hair thinning, shedding, scalp issues, bald spots, thinning edges is not your hair betraying you. It's your hair communicating, especially as we get older. Now, this is the heart of the conversation that I want to have. Somewhere along the way, many of us learned, again, if I don't do it, it won't get done. If I don't carry it, everything falls apart. If I rest, I'm lazy. If I need help, that means I'm weak. Those beliefs are costing you your peace. And that peace is also, that lack of peace is also affecting your nervous system. And what happens when our nervous system is affected? All of those unessential functions of the body, including hair growth, get affected. Maybe it's not your hair. Maybe you are extremely exhausted, and nothing that no amount of sleep can fix that. What has being strong cost you? Maybe it's not just your hair, maybe it's everything. So I want to invite you to do something that many of us just we don't do. I want to give you permission to lay down your sword, friend. Lay down your sword. What if healing? Everybody talks about healing. Everybody need to heal, heal, heal. If I hear healing one more time, what if healing isn't about doing more? What if it's about carrying less? What if your next breakthrough for your hair health doesn't come from another biotin supplement or another miracle product or another hair care plan? What if it comes from finally being safe enough to rest or to accept help or to have peace or to let somebody else do it? What if your body's greatest act of love isn't giving you more energy to keep going? That's one thing I used to always pray. God, just give me more energy to get more things done. But what if the greatest act of love isn't more energy to keep going? What if it's stopping? What if your body forces you to stop, and that's the greatest act of love your body can give you? Sitting your butt down. How many of you have had your bodies to shut down and you knew why? I'm not talking about illness, disease, or anything like that. Um there's always an exception to every rule, okay? So it's not that. But has it ever been a time in your life when your body set you down and you knew why? Superwoman Syndrome, ladies, is not a badge of honor. I'll say that again. Being Superwoman is not a badge of honor. It's a sign that you are carrying more than your body is designed to hold. And this affects a lot of things happening in your body, including your hair health. Okay? So, I'm going to wrap it up here. Okay, this is going to be a short little 1-2 punch. All right. Now, one of the things that I've discovered is that women don't all struggle with the same root issue. Okay. We don't all struggle with the same root issue. I've been teaching hair health and body wellness for over a decade now, and I always say in a room full of 10 women, those 10 women are going to have a different set of issues that they're dealing with that's causing their hair loss. Okay? Hair loss is not linear. It's not a straight line. Okay? It's all over the place, right? Understanding that is why I created my system called Hair Rehab. Okay? And the 5 hair energy blocks, the 5 hair regrowth or hair health blocks. Okay. And there are things that's blocking your hair growth and hair health. My system helps you figure that out. Either it's overwhelm, it's something in the environment of your scalp, depletion, which affects your moisture balance, stagnation, which affects the ability for your hair to regrow after the things I talked about. Um, it helps you to understand where to start. Okay. Because another thing I notice is that when women are dealing with hair loss issues, they're trying to fix everything with 1 or 2 products, or they're buying 10 different products to try to fix 10 different issues, or they're trying product after product after product because they're not giving one product enough time to work. Okay. My system was created so that you focus on one thing at a time. Okay. So if this conversation if you felt that this conversation was deeper than hair for you, I want you to know that your hair is not broken, okay? Your body is ready for something different. If you try product after product after product and nothing seems to work, your body needs something different. If you don't know where to start and you're tired of trying routines that other people are telling you is the holy grail and the routine is not working for you, you need help knowing where to start. Okay? So again, if you join Hair Rehab, which is free to join, okay, the link is below. It takes about 2 minutes for you to identify what your focus area needs to be. And it's basically what's standing in between you and the growth that you're looking for, because most women that I work with are dealing with hair loss. They just want their hair to grow. I just want my hair to grow, Kendra. But it's not always. We need to focus on the growth. We need to throw more products at the growth. We need to throw more products at the growth. Sometimes we need to ask deeper questions. One of the first things I ask women when I do assessments is, tell me what your day is like. And they're like, tell you what my day is like. I want to talk about my hair is falling out. Yeah, but tell me what your day is like. Give me the rundown of your day. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, let me assess what it is you do every day. And then we talk about hair habits. And then we talk about nutrition. And just from like a 10, 15-minute conversation, I can tell you most of the time women don't need more products. We got that in the bag, honey. We will go in a store and buy products. That's not the issue. And a lot of the times the products that we buy are not the issue. I'm not saying you're the issue. I'm saying we are treating the wrong thing. Okay? We're treating the wrong thing. So, if you're still here, thank you so much for being here. I would appreciate it if you hit the like button. If you are new here and you are someone that wants to go deeper with your hair health than just buying products, then feel free to subscribe. Okay? Now, before we leave tonight, I want you to think about this. If your hair could speak right now, if you're in this live, put it in the chat. If your hair could speak, what would it say that you've been carrying for too long? I'll go first. Worry. It would say, girl, you need to stop worrying so much. You be worrying about stuff that don't even ever happen. You be just making up stuff to worry about. That's what my hair would say. You worry too much. You're carrying too much worry. Part of that is my desire to control everything. Okay? So that's probably the in the same arena. Worry and control. Just being honest. What is the thing your hair would say that you're carrying, that you've been carrying for too long? Because I guarantee you, if you're dealing with hair issues, I can pinpoint that thing to your hair issue. I'm going to do a video in a week or so titled 5 Things I Can Tell About You by Looking at Your Hair. If after doing this for so long, I can look at a woman's hair and not in judgment, not from a place of judgment, not at all. But I can look at a woman's hair and there's 4 or 5 things that I can tell about her for sure, especially if she's having hair issues, but just in general, 5 things. And I want to share that because I think it'll help us to connect the dots between how we live, how we carry ourselves, our confidence, our mindset, our habits, how it shows up in our hair. You will be amazed how much it's connected. So I see the comments. I just want to acknowledge everybody that's on here. I'm looking at two screens and I'm trying to stay focused on my what I'm supposed to be talking about, but I have my comments here. So, um I see you, Miss Wilma. Hey, Miss Wilma. How are you, my friend? And it looks like Marsha. Let me see if I can pull my chat up over here. Y'all, I didn't wear my glasses, so I am struggling to see these comments. Miss Wilma says, I just have peace with my locks. That's amazing. Send 100 for 2 joy. Thank you so much. Marsha said thank you. I think that says Marsha, Marcia. Yeah. My hair is saying, I'm proud of you, Queen. Excellent. Been traveling? Yes, ma'am. I've been seeing you traveling. I've been seeing you in these streets, ma'am. Sit down. No, don't sit down. I've been seeing you in these streets. Okay, Marsha said yes. Good. Okay. Good. I said your name right. That is amazing. I am so proud of you and so happy for you. I see you all over the world. I ain't gonna say the country, girl. You be all over the world. I love it. But thank you for joining tonight. Um, so yes, that's what I wanted to come on here and talk about because again, when we talk about hair health, we have to go deeper than just talking about products. We have to go deeper than just talking about products all the time because you're just spending money on things that are not getting to the root cause. It's like having a plant and it's dying, or there's issues with the leaves and you're just treating the leaves. You never get down to the root. You never look at the soil. You never kind of dig up around it and see, is there a fungus down here? Is it dry? Is it too wet? What's going on? That's like not treating the deeper symptoms of your hair health, because it's your hair is not separate from your body. Okay? The body that's carrying the stress and the worry and doing all the things is the same body that has to grow the hair. So if the body is depleted from all of that, then guess what else will be? Your hair, right? So I just want you to keep that in mind. We'll be doing more conversations around hair health as it relates to your body wellness, because that's what this channel is morphing into. Less about here's the product you need to buy, here's the ingredient that you need to buy for dry scalp, and more about let's connect your dry scalp to the wellness of your body. Let's connect your dry scalp to your nutrient deficiencies. Let's connect your dry scalp to your habits, to your mindset, right? That's when you'll start really seeing results. Not just for the sake of your hair, but for the sake of your body. Okay? Hawaii was it? The ocean is good for life. Yes, it is. It's good for our any water is good for our hair, but definitely being near the ocean, all that those minerals, is great for the body. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I hope that this information was helpful and valuable. Again, if you haven't already hit the like button, please feel free to do so. I will be back in a few days with more content. It's easier for me to come on and do a live because I can just flow. I don't have to read off a script. I don't have to try to record and edit and then post it and then wait for YouTube to upload it. Doing it live, it just is much more convenient and the process goes so much faster and it allows me to get more content out than doing all the pre-recording stuff. Okay? So again, remember as always, I always say this and I'm going to say it again tonight. Understanding your hair is not just a luxury, it's your power. Okay? I I want you to always remember that. And thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.